Alex, now that turtle school's closed for the summer, do you want to go to camp? What's camp, Daddy? It is a big park where you learn to do things you don't learn in school and to swim in a big lake. You will also meet other turtles. Sounds like fun, Dad. Are you going with me? No. It is time for you to be on your own for a few weeks. But remember your purpose, Alex, which is to follow the narrow path and grow your heart. Alex did not know what his dad meant, but he would soon find out. During the second day at camp counselor Rick told us we were going on a hiking trip. He told us about two separate paths. He told us to take the narrow path. Alexander had seen this message before from his parents, but he was determined to take the wide path at least once to see what the fuss was about. Caesar, Joe, Mildred, Ted also took the wide path. Only Carol took the narrow path with camp counselor Rick. The first day on the wide path was fun. There was plenty of lettuce to eat, so much so that Caesar, Joe, Mildred, Ted, and I ate too much food. The next day, as we continued down the wide path, the landscape changed from lettuce farms to grassy fields to rocky soil. It was fun in the beginning, but all of us became thirsty and there was very little water. I had a water bottle, but I didn't want to share. I had an extra lettuce in my backpack, but I didn't want to share. As we continued along the path, we did not think of helping each other but saving ourselves. Our hearts grew smaller and smaller and smaller. Suddenly, the wide path split into two wider paths. We had become so selfish that two of us went right and two of us went left. Our hearts were now very, very small. What started out as four friends on an adventure ended up with a two-way split. Ted and I went together, but we were not happy as our hearts grew smaller and smaller. The path then became even larger, so wide I could not even see my friend Ted anymore. I was alone. The smaller my heart got, the sadder I got. As I moved along the wide path, I became worried and scared. There were nasty, scary, and sad turtles all around me. I could not see any hearts. Before I left, Daddy and Mommy gave me a super turtle whistle to blow if I got in trouble. I did not want to blow it. My parents would be disappointed, but I knew they would also always love me. I went to a place along the path where my whistle would be the loudest. There was only one satellite dish on the entire path, and I found it. The minute I blew the whistle, I could sense my heart getting larger. Then I heard a whistle as Daddy responded with a loud whistle from the narrow path he was on. There were many satellites on the narrow path, and it was easy for his father to send a response. When Alex heard the whistle from Daddy, his heart grew larger and larger until Alex found the narrow path again. When Alex returned to the narrow path, he met Carol, who was walking slowly but steadily along the narrow path. Although Alex knew not his purpose for living, he knew the narrow path would lead him there as his heart grew larger. When he got home, he gave Mommy and Daddy a big hug and thanked them for being there.